Oh, my single solitary viewer. We're about to start. We're about to start this game, and as I type the command, allow me to be quiet for an awkward moment, my single solitary viewer, lest I do more typos than I'm currently doing. So I want the meetup in 70 minutes, and I want PvP to start in 20 minutes, so that's what I enter as the command. Oh yeah, and the timer has begun. The timer's on, and let's teleport to a random person who is, who's this? I can barely see the name. End Destroyer Epic. Okay, so we're on. Woo! And, of course, nobody's watching quite yet, but that's because the game has barely begun, and I have not advertised it on Twitter. Well, I've advertised it for the players on Twitter, but otherwise, there you go. So, I'm happy. Congrats for the fall damage. Random teleportation to Zaylor. And he's got an interesting start. But he must be unhappy because it's large biomes and he's stuck in birch. So he's going to be traveling a little bit before he can get apples. So it's very unlucky for him. Creeper Mask, however, is found within the villages. There's a lot of villages on the map. Hey, B, welcome to the stream. And Creeper Mask is, I don't know what he's doing, but he likes to observe. I'm guessing he already looted the blacksmith because he's starting to make his tools. Let's teleport to another random person. It's Daxiel, with the awful name of Dax Dabs. That's awful, awful. But you see the large biomes gives us very, very large expanses to explore. All right, so Radioactive Bolt is close to a swamp. Not only is he close to a swamp, he has found, where it has been scattered near, one of the custom monuments. So, let's take a silent look at the custom monument, and you'll find that there is a quartz block there. A quartz block. Oh, what else could there be? So, just in case people observe, but there's a shulker box there. And there's a shulker box there. But these things are hidden. Hey, Adventure Kate, welcome to the stream. I've missed you. Hope you're doing great. Hope the semester is going awesomely. So there you go. Radioactive Bolt is looking around, looking for the stuff, and he's going down the ladder. So I think he's going to find some treasure. Yes, he is. Okay. So he picked up 4 obsidian. He must be thinking, awesome, awesome. I don't have to make a diamond pick to get enchants. All I need is 2 diamonds. So now he's running around, exploring everything. Everything. But will he find what's at the very top? This is what every player who finds a custom monument will have to do. Except for the special one that they might find elsewhere. So he's looking around, but will he notice this? I don't think he will. I think there's a lot of people who are going to miss stuff. And they'll be watching the stream later, and they'll be kicking themselves in the shin, wondering. And he's looking inside the fountain, even. Looking everywhere, trying to be as thorough as possible in the search of the monument. Just in case there could be stuff hidden in the water. And that's a smart thing to do, because if you go to 00, that's right there. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. So if you're stream sniping, you're a bad person. But let's see, Micros. Just in case. Micros has actually found the stuff in the in the shulker box that was right here. So he has seen the shulker box, and he has opened it, so now it's empty. So that apparently that was not as well hidden as I thought. I thought I was being, like, very devious to hide that at the bottom of the fountain in a white shulker box in quartz. I thought I was being sneaky. Clearly was not being sneaky enough. But I think there's still a lot of players that are going to miss some of the stuff that is hidden. So Micros has a neighbor. Who's this? It's Jay. Let the Jay play. Had to answer that one, but yes, there's a chance I might buy a UHC that is not part of the UHC community. So who knows how that goes. We'll see. We'll have to see. So there's a village over there. Is Jay the first one there? No, because again, oh no, it's Dax Dabs. Dax Dabs has found this stuff. Is there? Did he find some good stuff? I think there might have been some gold ingots in the blacksmith chest because I really don't think you find a whole lot of those without on the surface. Beware of lighting glitches. Well, I'm glad you came by, Kate. It's a sadness that you can't stay. Internet, yeah. Internet is a fickle mistress. Like a lot of things that are fickle mistresses. So everyone's beelining straight for this village, but unfortunately for Jay and Brodator, the most important items have already been collected. Not that there can't be other stuff, because the books are still in the book house. The two book houses actually still have books in them. So they're going to be sharing some stuff. Oh, what? Okay, hold on. Game rule announce advancements false. All right. Hopefully that's going to mute the advancements for the rest of the game. Unfortunately, so far, if people go to the Nether, they should not be able to see. I mean, with the Nether sort of the achievements, the advancements, they still show up for players in the Nether. So everyone's in that village, and 3D Spoders has decided to take some damage. So Radioactive Bolt has decided to leave the monument. There's some pillars here, so I think he did see it. Yes, he did see it. It took him some time, mind you. He took a lot of time, nearly 8 minutes to fully explore the monument, but he's got everything that it had to offer. So, there's that. Well, Dancing Ninja's things did not go well for him. They did not go well for 3D Spoders either, to be fair, at all. Not even close. Daph's is caving. Allow me to load up my a resource pack just so I can see the outline doors. So you, my viewer, can see the outline doors a lot easier and also be able to see a little bit better in the dark. Thanks to the torches, Daph's is shielding up, getting prepared, and I think he's going to have a decent cave system. At least he's going to get some gold and such by the looks of it. So he's not in... There you go. I'm not sure, but Crow here has found a monument. Let's see if he is the first there. He has not really looted the monument. So what's in here is still there, the 4 obsidian. And what's in there is still there, a potion, a splash potion of luck. Hey, Hound Noah, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could join us. So, I'm not sure. Yeah. Let's TP to 3D Spoders, who is deliberately trying to kill himself as fast as he can. What are you doing, Spoders? What are you doing? How could you do this to yourself? You're at half a heart. Spoders. All right, he's under the monument. Did he find the stuff? He found the 4 obsidian. So he found obviously the other shulker box up there. So he for a moment there was a moment where he thought he was lucky. and then PvE happened. There's that spider over there. He doesn't have a shield. This is where he dies. He's at half a heart. And he's going after the spider. Oh my goodness, Spoders. You better not. You better not, Spoders. Oh, he's oh. The brazen risks. Yeah, Noah will be easier indeed. Hey, Juan, welcome to the stream. What happened? So far, Dancing Ninja has already died. A few people. But see that skeleton right there? That skeleton will eventually notice Spoders, shoot an arrow at him, and kill him. Watch this. Watch this. See, he saw him? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, I thought... Like, I know I'm fixating on Spoders right now. Oh, my goodness. But he is... Oh, he is so close to death. At half a heart. What is he doing? Spoders, why? Why, Spoders, why? So Spoders still at half a heart. Tim, things have been hard for Tim as well, but is nowhere in such a precarious position. Tim is not a veteran of UHCs, so he's learning that the PvE, especially 1.12, is quite difficult. It can be quite difficult. Oh. Oh no. Tim, as part of the Flu's crew, is allowed to spectate after death, should he choose, if he wants to. The reason I'm not playing this one is because I put custom monuments inside the UHC map, and since I know where the custom monuments are and where the things are hidden inside the custom monuments, obviously I'd have an unfair advantage in the FFA. So I cannot play the FFA, but I can host the game, and I can spectate the game. But if I did play, I would have an unfair advantage. If I play, it has to be, you know, there can't be any custom monuments like these. All right, let me teleport to a random player before. All right, so Tim is a little bit too distraught, too discouraged, to spectate, too heartbroken, perhaps. And it's getting a little bit late in Europe, as some people notice. Daffs taking a little bit of damage from that skeleton, but he's already full iron, and he can deal. He can deal. And 3D Spoders has found iron. He will be able to make a shield. So Butter Golem, right here, is getting his iron as well. He's got a cave system with some potential. Am Happy has been poisoned by a cave spider. He's gonna be a little bit that's not gonna be. It's gonna be not an unpleasant journey, but now he joins 3D Spoders as like in the next. If you have to make a pool of who's the most likely player to die next, now it's no. 3D Spoders is no longer alone in that pool. I'm happy. Okay. Is Brodator really there? Oh, yes, yes, he is, yeah. Who's there first? I have to... I'm happy, and the Brodator are in the same cave, but Brodator's been here a little while. He's set up shop, whereas, unfortunately, I'm happy just came down over here. So he's the newer player in the cave, in this case. So, yeah, half a heart warrior, indeed. There are two of them at this point, and one of them will actually have to brave the surface at night, possibly. Or maybe risk Brodator's wrath. But Brodator over here was in the cave first. I don't think he's forced to leave. Oh, but he did take damage, and he's trying to give M Happy enough room to get away. And M Happy, I think, is is finding a way to make some room for himself compared to Brodator, who's rather far away now. So I think he'll be okay. Though they can trace each other with the torches, and they'll be able to find each other's locations. But maybe, if he's lucky, he can find a gapple in this chest right there. So I'm happy with the gapple. Free gapple in the chest. I think now just increased his odds of survival just a little bit. There you go. Strip mining is not. There you go. Oh. I'd be curious and to look inside all the chests, but, you know, some of them might not get, some of them might not get discovered at all, so there's no real, ooh, that's a really nice chest to find. Some might not be found at all. Alright, Creeper Mask is on the surface. Was he, no, he had a village, but he didn't find one of the monuments. He's wandering around. What if someone, playing the game watches the stream? I don't think it's going to happen. It's heavily discouraged. I mean, obviously I can't stop, but it would be part of cheating. So if they were caught, like if they were caught strip mining or mining illegally, or if they were caught X-raying, or if they were caught, you know, cheating in any sort of way, they would no longer be allowed to play. Depending on the severity of the offense, they could be perma-banned, depending on the severity of the offense, yes. Josh C2 is a roller coastering, which is completely legal, and once he does, he's going to find... he's going to hear the water. He has to hear the water unless he has no game sounds. And he's going to find a really, really tiny cave. But he might find this lava, which might lead him to this. Stormplay is taking some skelly damage. No big wee. The horse riding is turned off. Hey, Cazz, welcome to the stream. Wishing good luck to everyone. You'd be allowed to spectate in person as part of the Flues crew. You could do that. You could join the server, but I guess there's a chance you might be going to work soon as well, so perhaps perhaps now is not the time. So Radioactive Bolt, after raiding a monument, starts his caving expedition, tries to not die, I think. And if he is successful, I think he'll be able to find some diamonds. Speaking of diamonds, Micros has mined 3. And 3D Spoders died to a zombie. Thank you for playing, Spoders. Unfortunately, our half-a-heart hero did not make it this time. Hopefully he will learn and make it next time. But Daffs currently is... Daffs is getting all the diamonds, is what is happening. Or there's ore limiter on the server, so getting a lot of diamonds is usually an exploit. There's only 65% of diamonds that are available. So basically you generate the worlds and ore limiter removes 45% of the diamonds. And it also removes 40% of the gold to avoid having too much gold on the server. So, and by it removes 35%, pardon me for the bad math, 35% of the diamonds and removes 40% of the gold. And so getting really, really heavily stacked, it's a lot more difficult. You really need to find some masterpiece of an extraordinary cave in order to come out of there with full diamonds on a server with ore limiter. Are all the monuments the same? The answer is yes, Noah. All the monuments are the same, except if someone decided to go to the Nether and explored the monuments in the Nether. That's why I'm teleporting randomly to players in case someone goes to the Nether, if they decided to do that. Oh! That was actually beautifully played by Storm players. You saw he had 2 creepers explode in his face, but he raised his shield and took no damage from that. No damage, because his shield was raised in the most, like, excellent fashion. So you can survive a rather close range. That was rather close range for the creeper blast. And take absolutely no damage if you know how to use your shield in 1.12 and so on. And apparently Storm is one of the players who can do that. Otherwise his ravine is not the most interesting of all time. Vince, of course, is has won a large number of the games hosted on my server. And yeah, I'm confident I did eventually correct myself, Juan. Mr. Acosta knows his math, for sure. But it looks like Vince has another really delicious cave here, so it's only a matter of time, I think, until he gets to these diamonds. And he'll be able to at least enchant. Yeah, he has the nose for caves, and this one is quite good. It's a good cave. It's a good resortive cave. Yeah. Is there a problem with someone being too close? Not even. He's gonna have a peaceful time of caving by the looks of it. Let's teleport and see what's up. Zyler is roller coastering. And I'm happy is getting bullied by a zombie, as is Storm plays. And Zyler, I hope for him, will hear this lava, otherwise he'll be roller coastering for a little while before he hits anything of great worth. Jay is on the surface, cutting trees. Maybe his first cave was not satisfying. Well, or maybe it was. Who knows? And Vince getting bullied by a skelly. And Daffs, we know he's in. He's got his pantaloons and everything. Yeah, there's a few players who are a lot more skilled in 1.12 and so on, 1.9 plus, and some players who are learning. Absorption and horses are both off. You have to read the match post at some point, but not everyone maybe had time to read the match post. And pardon me, I'm gonna have to cough. Oh my goodness. Am Happy decided to poison himself again. And he hates himself a little bit right now. He poisoned himself for a second time. A strange notion. Strange strategy. And now he hit himself. Stop hitting yourself, please. Daffs, again. The random teleporter really loves Daffs. Micros in his cave system. Nobody making any moves to the nether. Apparently so far. Oh, someone's raiding a monument, and Happy was slapped by a skeleton. Okay. Oh, see. All right. So he's wondering. He's wondering. Yeah, I see what he's wondering about. He's wondering, how did this water exist? How does this water exist in the nether? A good question. So he has not found this yet. He just wandered past it. Dax. Why are you not rating this? He just ignored this entirely. Not that it's an OP prize or anything, but he just ignored it. And he hasn't seen this, which is a different prize. I'm surprised that he has lost the ability to look around by the looks of it. Oh, that was a huge fail. It could have been even worse, mind you, but that was a big fail. So Dax leaves the monument without raiding it. So there's some people who might, by seeing their little bridge here, they might get the impression that the monument has already been raided, but that's not the case. It is, unless Dax has just seen something. Oh, pearl damage might be on. And yes, everyone does love Daffs, of course. Yeah, it looks like Dax is going to leave the monument unrated, and it's going to give the impression to everyone that it is rated, but it is not. The two shulker boxes are still intact and filled with the loot. But he's going to the fortress, so of course, if he does this correctly, he'll be able to get pots, obviously. And the pots possibilities are rich. Oh, but there's someone else is here. Butter Golem is here, actually. So a conflict between Butter Golem and Dax is possible. Nobody's shifting yet, so I don't think anyone has seen the other. Neither has seen the other at this moment. They're just running past each other, unshifted, completely unaware that they're both in the same fortress. Oh, there you go. I think Butter Golem just saw Dax. They have to see each other at this point. Butter Golem definitely knows. Dax doesn't seem to know. And this is not a good move, Mr. Golem. You're going in a dangerous spot. Oh no, they see each other. Oh. That could have, yeah, that went through the lava and hit him. creating an improvised flame arrow in the nether. So you don't want to be you don't want that to happen to you. So Dax obviously is relocating a little bit. He's gonna take the warning and leave by the looks. No, he's not. He's just relocating. They're both relocating. This is a tactical fight, as much as it is any type of other fight. There you go. A more direct assault coming, perhaps. I think Dax does not have a bow. And is unable to fire back. But Butter Golem can't stay outside too much, otherwise the blaze will shoot him. So he's mining through the wall in order to try and get a shot. Keeping Dax... that was clever. That was clever. Clever strategy here. Trying to keep Dax away from the melee with the lava. And in positions where he can shoot instead of... using the lava here to his advantage. Dax is in a bit of trouble. In a bit of trouble. Let's highlight them because it's difficult to have a good view, but there we go. GG. And Butter Golem gets the loot. He does... I don't know if he'll ever find out about... Oh, Plushie's getting murdered by a skeleton. But yeah, had you properly raided the monument, you would have had an invisibility potion, and I think the invisibility potion would have saved Dax, but he did not do a great job of raiding the special monument over there, and so he didn't have all the gear. So by the looks of it, Butter Golem is going to not only have the first kill, but he's going to be making more arrows, but he's got all the potion stuffs. And I think he probably found... Let's just see the loot, right? What he's up to now in terms of loot. Come on. All I want is to type the correct letters. Now you can see how challenged I am when it comes to writing. So he's got 2 diamonds. He's got an enchantment table. Without a diamond pick, so that means he found some obsidian. He's got a golden head and a golden apple. He's got 41 books. But of course you shouldn't be crafting any bookshelves for enchantments. Those are naughty. Josh and Zayler are getting assaulted by skeletons. Vince, as predicted, has found the diamonds. If you look at the chat down below, I'm just really curious to know at this point. I'm thinking Butter Golem does not have the blaze rod yet. I didn't see it in his inventory, but I might have looked too quickly. But he's actively fighting blazes. Oh. Wow, that was... I don't know exactly where that came from. Oh yeah, he's way over here. Whew. Yeah, I know, Tim, that I'm not really reading chat. I'm trying to read chat, but I'm not good at reading chat. I'm really sorry, Tim. Did you want to spectate? I don't know. It's difficult to read everything at the same time while also streaming and playing the game and everything. I know I'm spending a whole lot of time with Butter Golem here. So while he's dealing with this, we can look around and see Vince enchanting. We knew this would happen because it's Vince. right? It's Vince. So of course he's going to get enchanted, at the very least. Storm is raiding this village, which is under attack from zombies. Just trying to remind everyone of the rules. The Sonic Joey, which to whom we have teleported for the first time this game, I would say a fairly experienced player, and mean in the sense that he's hosted his fair share of 1.12 UHCs. Butter Golem healing up after being hit by a blaze. We remember he has a golden head and also another Gapple, so he's going to be okay. He's going to survive the Nether most likely. And I'm not sure why everyone's achievements show up, but he went through the Nether in a different portal, and he sees the custom monument. I don't know if he's going to go, because from afar, you get the impression that it has been raided already, which it has not. The stuff is still there. It's not raided. But he's got here a fortress, and I think is it the same fortress as Butter Golem? Yeah, eventually it is. They do connect, yeah. It's the same fortress as Butter Golem. So Butter Golem's coming back over here. He's not seeing the player yet, I don't think. And he's taking notes of the monument. I don't know if he's gonna go there. I think this one is shifting. I think he might have noticed Butter Golem. I don't think he'll find potion stuff in that fortress. And Butter Golem might spot him and go after him, because unfortunately the advancement gave him away. Hey, Best Lone Wolf. Oh, you were hoping to come back and spectate? Okay, I'm gonna white list add Tim GB. There you go. So if you do want to come back at some point, you'll be able to spectate the rest of the game. Butter Golem will have to deal with 2 Wither Skeletons. And our Ender Destroyer Epic is coming inside the fortress here, and at the very least did not get a terrible fortress advancement. At least there's that going his way. But he might not see the skeleton. Yep, no, okay, he's fine. He's got him. So what's his health? He's at 9 hearts. And Butter Golem is fully healed up. So I think if there was a fight, oh, okay, now it's definitely in Butter Golem's advantage. This has... This has definitely skewed the data in Butter Golem's... Oh, there's someone else has just come into the Nether. Who's this? Who's this? This is Vince. Vince has decided to go to the Nether. He knows he's not alone. And amazingly... Oh! Oh, that was a big time hit right there. Did an announcement give him away? No, it didn't. Trying to gravel him. Nice little trick there. So Vince, who is enchanted, is down to 1.5 heart now. Like things went terribly bad for Vince all of a sudden. And he destroyed his own portal. He's hoping the magma blocks and the lava will help him, but I don't think so. What can anyone do? Ask if you want to spectate, Vince. Sorry this happened, but it looks like things are gonna go bad because Butter Golem now is coming around. Amazingly, Epic Ender Destroyer Epic has not been credited with the kill, but he did kill Vince. That was a love advocate kill. It should have been credited to him. It was not. This is a weird fight. And it's closer than you might think. But I think Butter Golem is favored. Oh. Killed by a ghast, actually. He was shielding against Butter Golem, leaving his rear completely open to the ghast. And yeah, and I apologize, of course, if I'm missing too many messages. It's difficult to follow that many things all at once, especially when you have little attention span like myself. So Butter Golem collecting another head. I wonder if he's gonna go. He's gonna go collect this at all. Or is just gonna give it up. He has to wonder that, like, if there was loot in the monument, he would have found it in Dax's stuff. And yeah, welcome to the stream, Daxel. By the way, things did not go very your way, but if you okay, yeah, there you go. And TP to Daffs. Because there's another fight going on right here between Daffs and Storm. And that was a lag spike. That was I hope it was just me lagging there, because it would be a shame if someone like had a huge lag spike in the middle of their fight. GG. Thank you for playing, Storm. Thank you for playing. And did Vince ask for checking? Yeah. I'm trying to see. Vince wanted to spec. Answer is I don't see any desire to spec, so I imagine that probably he didn't. But yeah, there was loot in the monuments in the Nether that Dax could have collected. That included a potion of invisibility that would have allowed him to escape from Butter Golem with his life intact, at the very least. And go back to the overworld or something, you know. There were 2 shulker boxes in the monument. Neither of them were raided, so as far as I know, in the Nether, the special monument in the Nether, still unrated. Still unrated, despite the person that explored it. The radioactive bolt, finding, frankly, an OP mineshaft at diamond level. So he might come out of this with, some good stuff. If he doesn't, it's very unlucky for him. Sometimes you get those mineshafts, like at those bedrock mineshafts, and barely get anything out of them somehow. And that's just pure bad luck, because in principle you should at least get a few of these, right? Given the type of you were looking for chests, but it's 1.12, you have to look for shulker boxes as well. So Josh is on the prowl, or maybe escaping, because he's at 1.5 heart. And he's getting closer and closer to 0-0. So maybe he has given up on life a little bit, and is looking for someone to end his misery. Who knows? Who knows? He might find such a thing. Butter Golem is coming back. And how... Oh, okay. How did... What? What? I admit I'm confused at how he came here. Brodator is burning himself severely, and he's now down to 1.5 hearts. Joey mines a little bit of gold. I'm just confused as how Butter Golem got where he is. Now we got Tim right there. So we got someone chopping trees, Josh, and Micris, who will be coming upon him, no doubt. Run, Josh! Run, Josh! So Josh was looking for apples, and unfortunately came upon the wrong biome. And he's forced to flee inside the wrong biome. And pay no mind to Tim right there. He's just spectating. And Zaylor is now in the nether. He's, as far as I know, alone, but he might find the unrated special monument, because he's probably not going to find potion stuff. Butter Golem got everything, and Butter Golem will be able to craft strength potions, by the way, if he's got enough. If he's got enough, what are they called? Blaze rods. Wow, that was a brain fart. Nice brain freeze, right? It looks like Micris is not going to be able to keep up with the chase. Micris MC, I don't think you're going to be able to keep up with the chase if you lose ground like this, and go in the not exactly correct direction. So I'm going to TP to Zaylor right quick, just to see. Okay, he's in the magma block apocalypse. I have to believe he's seen this. And I have to believe that he decided not to go either. Let's see the other one. The other box is, where is it? Yeah, one of the shulker boxes is right there. And amazingly, Daxiel just came down here and just walked past this and went up the stairs. It completely forgot to look for shulker boxes, or maybe forgot shulker boxes existed, period. It could be, but I think Zaylor will find that the fortress has been looted of all the netherwort, which will make crafting most potions difficult, except for weakness. But this one does not have any netherwort, so to have netherwort, he'd have to travel quite a distance. Quite a distance. So let's go back to Micris to see if he's still chasing, or if he has completely lost Josh. The answer is he has lost Josh entirely. Josh will survive to try and obtain apples somewhere else. Joey's getting creepered, and Brodator is now the new half-a-heart warrior. Welcome to the stream, PM3. And it's okay. Mistakes are allowed. We are but human. Zaylor is burning. Of course, he was teasing some blazes, and he was he's healing back up, thankfully for him. But yeah, you can't play with fire too much. Creeper Mask now has decided to go to the Nether, and like an idiot, walks on magma blocks without shifting, thereby taking damage. I think he wants those enchanted boots, is what's happening. He sees the enchanted boots, he's like, give me some of that. Oh, and Jay, well, where's Jay? Oh, Jay's probably appeared on the other side, right? Where's the other side? Where did Jay appear in the Nether? Oh, he has another portal, yeah, at a completely different location. So he's probably going to be out of the action, and maybe, does that portal give him access to a different fortress, perhaps? In view? Doesn't look like it. He's going to have the impression, perhaps from here, he's going to maybe have the impression that the monument is not raided, and that he might get something from there. Or he's just assuming that it's already raided, despite the fact that it is not, in fact, rated. Daffs has a chance. I mean, he's still alive. He's got a lot of health, but I do believe we might have a fight coming because now someone they know there's two people in an Ender Fortress. The achievements are visible in the Nether, so Zaylor has got to know. But Zaylor is just like keeps getting blazed. He just keeps getting blazed. And I don't know if he's going to have the health to withstand combat. Josh has managed to get an apple and is healing up. So good for him after making good on his escape. That's perfectly fine, Plushie. I'll take care of this after the game. And yes, I perfectly understand that you might get it for only 30 days. That's perfectly fine. That's why they're monthly things you can cancel at any time. For the donations and so on, for the patron donations, if you want, you know, to be able to spectate games on the server, like Tim, you can donate on Patreon and get the perks and get the stuff you need. So one of these is Tim, mind you. Like, you see two shapes, one of them is Tim. So, you know, they're not both players, but there's gonna be a fight between these two. It's just a matter of time. But I think Creeper Mask is gonna notice that the fortress is raided, and then he's probably gonna notice some names. Probably gonna notice some names. Now, as to Jay is collecting some glowstone dust because he wants to make spectral arrows. You could spec Plushie. Wait, Plushie, did you die? When did you die, Plushie? I didn't. I'm guessing you may have died when you were. And yes, it is permaday at meetup. If you died, Plushie, yeah, you can spectate. If you're still alive and you're not on the server, of course you can't, but you can. All right, let's go to Daff's. Despite the fact that there's so many people, and Zaylor's burning, so I think Zaylor's gonna be in trouble. Daff's is essentially patrolling 0-0, looking for a fight. But there's gonna be stuff happening in the Nether, I think, before it happens here. Okay, so apparently Plushie died. All right, so just in case, I'm gonna add to the whitelist. Plushie 33, and if you went, oh, there you go. Oh, there's actually three people at 0-0. So who are the others? Okay, Crow's there, and who's there? Like chilling. That's Micros. So Daff's is in pursuit. No, wait, there's four people. Who else is there? Brodator has just come in, and of course he's at half health because he was the half a heart warrior for a little while. He was the half a heart warrior, and so we got two simultaneous fights going on over here. One over there and one over here, and I'm trying to get a perspective where you can kind of see both. And this is a night fight. Oh, and Brodator was shot. There you go. Thank you. Okay, GG. Sorry for playing. Whew. All right. Oh, Jay raided the monument? Okay. And yes, yelling is the only way to get noticed. Actually, you could an easy way to get noticed, you know, aside from the super chats, is actually to doing @Floozemaker, and that highlights my name, and so I on the stream chat, so that increases the odds that I might notice it out of the corner of my eye. Joey's mining diamonds. But we've got some blocking up going on because I think... No, he's got a bow. He does have a bow. Maybe he's low on arrows. And Daft's getting creepered from behind. Only half a heart, though. Only half a heart. I think Crow's low on arrows, but he's hoping to shoot Daft's off. It did not happen. The shield did its job. But additional fall damage right there. After a good whack. And there you go. That's it for Crow. There was some good strategy there, some good thinking, but Daft's managed to get the killing blow. It's a higher risk, higher reward type of fighting situation when you fight on top of a tree, because you know you increase the odds that your opponent will fall, but you also increase the odds that you yourself will fall victim to that same strategy, and that's what happened. But yeah, so Daft's and Micros, I do believe, had killed Brodator. Might be fighting soon. I think Pearl damage might be on, by the way. @Floozemaker. No, well, not currently, Plushie. I won't take a join call at the moment. Just to keep the streamline the stream and keep things simple, and so I can you know just keep focused. Just keep focused. So in the Nethers, there's probably going to be some fighting. Gonna go see Josh, because he just entered. Oh, he just died, actually. He just fell from a high place. Well, rip. Let's go see Jay. I think that's where, I think we know where Josh died. And I think Jay might be responsible for the death of Josh. Or did the flowing water here give the impression that he could water bucket? I'm not sure. Zaylor and Creeper Mask are fighting. I think this is going to be difficult for Zaylor to survive this. He's at lower health at this point. He got blazed so often. But the lava trick, if successful, is lethal. Utterly lethal. You get someone in lava in the Nether, and it's done. Micros and Dafts, by the way, are fighting as well in the overworld. They're landing a lot of bow shots, so let's have a look at Tab. I think Zaylor is still closer to die, but this is a really close fight between Dafts and Micros. And they might both retreat to try and survive later on. Nope, they're still at it. They're still shooting. Dafts is at half a heart now. Micros might have... Actually, Dafts was slain. There you go. Micros has won. And Zaylor also deceased. Creeper Mask gets the goods. And at rather high health, I think... Thank you for playing, GG. Let's go take a look at Micros as he sifts through the stuff. He's got golden heads aplenty now, but does he have enough gold to heal? The answer is he can't even defend against a zombie, is the answer. So, yeah, that's the situation we have. Let's take a look at everyone. I think we got a game that could go in any direction, but you have to remember now that Jay has the Nether Monument loot, so he has he has a diamond sword with fire aspect on it, but also Curse of Vanishing. So the diamond sword will vanish if he dies. So let's teleport around, see where everyone is at. We already know what Creeper Mask is up to. He's going to be looking for Netherwart for the next 10 minutes, probably, and he will not find them, because this man has all the available Netherwart. His name is Butter Golem, and he's brewing as many potions as he can, putting himself in a really good position to win. Creeper Mask, I think, has realized that the Netherwart has been raided, and I don't know, is he off looking for another... What is he doing? Is he going AFK? Oh, I see. I see what's happening. He's noticed that Jay was in here as well. Yeah. So let's quickly look. He's hidden, and so I don't think he'll be found. At least not anytime soon. So let's keep on looking around at who we can find. I'm looking for Sonic Joey, and of course, I'm not getting him. Creeper Mask still hiding. That's that might be his... Okay. That might be his best alternative right now. The Sonic Joey that I was looking for, I had to TP to him manually, because random teleport just loathes him, despises him, apparently. Whew. But I was trying to spec Joey, I was trying. And here he is. He's wandering around, but he's nowhere close to... nowhere close to 0-0. I think he's unenchanted iron, actually. Things did not go quite as planned, quite as the plan for Joey. He's looking for trees because he's got 16 gold, so at least he can get 2 gapples. He's got a broken bow, but luck was not on his side in terms of caving. But I'm assuming he's going to be here and collecting some apples if he can. I wonder if this village is raided, because the farms are not. But it wouldn't help Joey because there's no blacksmith with 3 diamonds or anything. So here comes Joey. He's close to the wall, and I think he's just trying to be as safe as possible in order to get the apples. I'm guessing. He must be thinking this is a miserable day in terms of caving luck. Sometimes you feel so terrible when things go basically nowhere. But there he is, setting up to smelt his gold to get the 2 apples he'll need to have some extra healing. And if he uses his shield correctly and perhaps is lucky in picking up the loot at meetup, perhaps he might get some enchanted armor off a corpse and whatnot. So you never know what can happen. What he can pick up off dead bodies if you have the health to do it. You never know. Jay's just enchanting at this point. And I think he moved away entirely from Creeper Mask. Yeah, who's still hiding? Is he still hiding, or is he coming out? Well, okay, he decided to get levels while hiding, but is still hiding, basically. Okay, no, all right. He's moving along. He's moving along, but will he be able to go to... Is that a different fortress over there? This looks like it might be a different fortress, and this fortress looks like it might have... Maybe I'm speaking too soon here. Looking around in the fortress to see if it... Yeah, it has netherwart. I really don't think he'd have time to brew, even if he makes it there. I don't think he has time to brew. And don't update that gravel, because you're going to be... The border does not move. The players move their glutes. That's how it works. No, I really don't like it when the border moves, because it just really interferes with everything. I mean, of course, there's always some players who are slow to sometimes to get to meetup, and it might be the case for Creeper Mask if he can't find the way back to the portal, for example, and gets like lost in the Nether, for example. If someone got entirely lost in the Nether and couldn't get to meetup, I think I'd have to like disqualify them at a point. Let's see what he means by MC me. He's got 3 golden apples. He's got an enchantment table, a power 4, a broken power 4, but he's got a power 4. And he's got 2 sharpness swords, so I think Radioactive Bolt is hoping that his bow will last a fight. A power 4 is actually going to land some killer shots if people don't shield up. Let's look around. Butter Golem's doing great. Radioactive Bolt. Okay, he fished it up. I see what happened. I see what happened. He's trying to fish up something OP. Alright, Jay is, time to... Oh, I see. Okay. Did I turn it on? I think I did. I think I probably did. I probably turned the spec info on. Go. All right. Pardon me for that moment of interruption right there. But you know, these are my precious donators of the Flues crew, and I do want them to benefit from all the advantages that they can have. And of course, I had forgotten that the spectator perspective does not immediately come with spec info. And welcome to the stream, Brodator. Welcome. The game, I mean, you know, the PvE did not go as planned. I guess is what you could say, with the lava and everything. Had that not happened and brought you down to half a heart, I think you would have killed Micros quite possibly, instead of the other way around. And instead, Micros is now the survivor, though he's failing at PvE against skeletons and so on. But Jay is coming to town, and he, in principle, has the monument loot. He did not take the sword with fire, the fire aspect, unless Josh actually found it first, and he died with it in fall damage, making the sword vanish. But he has a sharpness 3 axe, so you probably don't want to let him melee too much. You probably want to keep away from that sharp 3 axe. I should probably look at Butter Golem's inventory as well to see what all the pots that have been brewed, and that includes 3 strength potions and potions of speed. He has a golden apple and a golden head, and he's got a power 2, and he's got a sharp 2 axe. But with the strength, that's going to be something. Now, Micrus is going to get shot by this Skelly after taking fall damage. Micrus is just sabotaging himself now. It is meet up. So, just to make sure that he's out of the nether, I'm going to TP to Creeper Mask. And yes, he is out of the nether safely. Safe and sound. And getting to meet up. So, no problem for Creeper Mask. No need to sound the alarm. I think we're going to have everyone heading to meet up reasonably soon. Except, I guess, for Sonic Joey. It is perma in principle. The sun, I don't think, is moving at all. Jay and Micrus are fighting. There you go, and you can see the spectral arrow at work. Because I'm not highlighting Jay. That's the spectral arrow that has been landed. I'm not highlighting any of the players. Now you can see all the way in the distance. I'm going to highlight the players because behind the Spectator, all the way in the distance, someone is coming, and I think it's Creeper Mask based on the location, but it might be someone else. But someone's coming, so Micrus probably does not want to take too long because you can see them over there. They're coming. They're coming. So Jay versus Micrus, and keep in mind, in the distance, you can see him, the tiny, tiny, tiny traveler, all the way up there. As these two shield up, and it's a battle of wills, trying to bait each other into shooting and shielding up. It's the it's what 1.12, 1.9 combat looks like. It becomes a lot more strategic. And perhaps Micrus will die to PvE, but I think it's going to be combat-induced PvE. And so we have another fight over there. No, that's not in the fight. That's actually Plushy, sorry. Being really close to the Sonic Joey was not Creeper Mask. But Jay has just seen Sonic Joey and shot a warning shot as he goes around. And we have these two here who are now going to start in conflict. Creeper Mask, possibly. Or not. But we've got 4. Are we missing someone at meetup? Micrus, Radioactive Bolt. We're still missing Radioactive Bolt. Where's Radioactive Bolt? He's on his way, but he was far away. Okay, I see how it is. Micrus maneuvering around. Nobody's landing any shots. There's just a lot of posturing. Because nobody wants to be cleaned up, or nobody wants to be stuck in a sandwich in a bad situation, right? So everyone's keeping a rather safe distance between each other. Enough to throw a random shot there, here and there. Maybe to try and engage. But it's a lot of posturing. A lot of figuring out what positions you want to take, what fights you want to do first, I guess. But here we could have a situation that smells a lot of backstab. Because if when you stay very static, it's the kind of thing that can happen. Now, oh, Creeper Mask trying to cross the river. That's unwise. Now he's getting stuck in water. Yeah, and got peppered by Jay quite a bit. Maybe he couldn't see him. But Butter Golem is coming in to clean up as fast as he can, and he's collecting some of the loot and getting shot by 2 players, uniting in their disgust for the cleanup or the theft attempt at the stuff. And of course, thank you for playing Creeper Mask. You did get that kill. You got a kill. That's not nothing. That is not nothing. Again, crossing the river, somewhat unwise, because someone already died in there. It's just not somewhere you want to go. And the shield broke. Micros shield's broke. That's a death sentence right there. Broken shield. So here's a Valiant lesson you need in 1.12. You need to make sure you have a brand new shield when you're heading for meetup. That's mandatory. Mandatory. Will someone venture in the water to try and get the stuff? Yes. Despite how dangerous it is. Jay and Butter Golem now. It's a battle of will. Jay landing a lot of bow shots. But Butter Golem, he's got those pots. He's got the strength. You probably don't want to melee him. Assuredly you don't want to melee him. But Jay also has a little potion. I do believe it's called a potion of luck, I imagine, is what he used. And the Sonic Joey trying to flank. The Sonic Joey, if you were a little more discreet... Oh, that's... There's a little backstab right there. GG, I think someone will be a little bit salty about the backstab. Because, you know, backstabs cause salt. It's true. So Joey will not have the opportunity to loot the stuff, and Jay has chosen to go after Joey instead of going after Radioactive Bolt, which probably should be the priority target, I would imagine. Of course, maybe he doesn't realize this. But Radioactive Bolt has a power 4. Joey, you know, doesn't have a whole lot of things. Is he too thirsty for the top frag? Joey did not have time to eat that final gapple. That's the difficulty of being unenchanted, but now we're down to the final 2. No indeed. No indeed. I don't know if he wants to, but there you go. He has that, he does that have the privilege. Radioactive Bolt now is full diamond based on all the loot that was found. And he has that power 4, remember, but Jay is landing all the shots. Landing the shots with immense precision for this whole game. Just terribly precise on the bow in 1.12. Let the J play. Well, you don't have to clean Best Lone Wolf, but it happens. So there's some shifting happening, and they're not sure where they are. It's posturing, trying to land that shot. And Jay, again, with another one. He does only 0.7 per shot because of the full diamond. But it's still... when you land enough of them, and and you get your way. Because Radioactive Bolt is not shooting... He's not doing his power 4 justice at the moment. Perhaps he's a little bit like me, in the sense that when he's a little bit too stacked, he gets a little too nervous, and his aim gets off. When I get a power 4, I start missing a whole lot more than I usually do. Just because I can't handle the pressure of having that power 4 and having the expectations be high for me instead of being the underdog where I'm used to being. So maybe Radioactive Bolt is in that same situation as well. Because that power 4 would do... There you go. There's a little shot. It was not fully charged, I expect. Because that did only point half a heart. Jay landing 2 more shots. Forcing Radioactive Bolt to go back. But I think he's... Well, you you don't really get to dictate. I mean, you can offer to try and melee, but if someone doesn't want to melee, you're gonna have to make the approach. If you don't want to make the approach, if you don't like that he's on top of a little hill like this, move around and change the battlefield. That's entirely allowed, and even recommended if you don't like the situation where you're shooting the arrows from. But yeah, obviously Jay would. I don't think I would drop and go to melee against someone who's in full diamond. I mean, that's. I don't think that's reasonable to ask. You're in full diamond. The other person is probably not going to want to go in melee against you. It was actually Butter Golem, but yes. Jay is still landing more and more shots. But there you go. Bolt lands 3. That's getting a little closer now. They're both at half health. And I think Jay has realized that there's a powerful bow on the other side. There is a powerful bow. And landing more shots now. And once you start landing a little more shots, I think you start getting your confidence back, and you start getting your mojo back because now you've landed a few. So now we got a really, really close fight at this point. Now it could go either way, but it went Jay's way. Let the Jay play has won the first Floozemaker FFA. Congratulations, Let the J play, the winner. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching the stream. This one, of course, now, Best Lone Wolf. There's no reason to bust out the French now. But there you go. Let the J play. And let me capture this. There you go. But yeah, there were, you know, yeah, Joey was not very lucky in the caves. But there you go. It was fine. It was fine. I want to thank everyone for joining in, watching. And there you go. Let the J play has just been a menace with the bow. He didn't really need the pots. Okay, so he did. There you go. All right, so. Back the Sonic. Dang it. Inspect him. And D. All right, so apologies for all the typos. I really should conclude the stream before doing the cleanup, post-game cleanup, and all that kind of stuff. So that was actually a fun game. I could not predict who would win, and so that always pleases me. Jay deservedly wins this one with 4 kills. He just played a really good game, and actually managed to loot the ocean, not the ocean monument, but the nether monument, despite being like really late to go to the nether. And so I want to thank Noah, and I want to thank PM3 and the Best Lone Wolf, and everyone who joined in to watch the stream live. Of course, if you're watching this all the way through as the archive of the stream, which will appear you know, a couple days after the game has been played, well, thank you as well for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you want to play 1.12 UHC games like these that I host on this very server. The Discord down below is free to join, and there you can get all the information you need to be able to join in. And if you want some extra perks, like being able to spectate, like Tim and Plushy and so on, you can join the Flues crew and get many perks. Spectating these games is one of them, and playing on the SMP is another. It's up to you. But otherwise, everything is free. Playing the games is free. Joining the Discord is free. So long as, of course, you don't cheat and you're not rude and ban-worthy, and then we're going to have to kick you out. But, you know, good people, we don't need to kick out good people like you. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll watch the next stream.